So, in this video, we are going to be going over Aajonus Vonderplanitz on planets. Vonderplanitz on hydration. Sorry, I was having a difficult time reading that. So yeah, we'll be going over that. And by the way, if you're interested in being part of a community with like 100 something people or whatever, my community on Discord, like go click the link down below, go join my Discord. So yeah, anyways, let's get to it. Let's see what he has to say.
Have jungle animals, you have wild animals, dogs that never see water for months till it rains. And then they'll lapse them up when it rains. But they'll go months without. Elephants go 6 months without drinking water. Camels go, 2 months without drinking water. Most animals do not drink water. The only animals that normally drink water on a regular basis are birds, because they eat so many dried foods, seeds, and grains, and bugs.
So, what I'm going to say is, in terms of drinking water, I already know that fatty acid oxidation produces way more water. So in this case, if you're like a carnivore, then you have to drink water a lot less. But as a general rule, when it comes to drinking water, in terms of nature, just nature itself, when any of these animals are in nature, if they have the opportunity to do something, they will take it. So it's all sort of opportunistic, which is like, I'm not always a big fan of using the nature argument because of that. Because if you look at a lot of nature, like even herbivores will become carnivores based on opportunity. So not ideal. But anyways, we'll keep listening to what he has to say.
And bugs have a lot of hard shell, and they take more water to help break down. And so birds drink water, but they're built for it. They have a system that handles water.
Even dogs and cats?
No, dogs and cats are not supposed to be drinking water. Now, what do the kidneys do? The kidneys allow the body to cool itself or to warm itself by removing fluid, H2O. But the kidneys would be an organism is the entire size of your body if it had to filter out all nutrients so you didn't lose nutrients out of your urine. It does two things. It filters out the red and white blood cells only from your bloodstream. So all of those nutrients in your bloodstream are lost in your urine, except there are still traces amounts of red and white blood cells. The body lets some red and white blood, the kidneys let some red and white blood cells go that may not be as healthy or just can't handle it all because of our toxic conditions. Now, if that's the case, let's get smart here. Is it good to urinate frequently? Is it good to drink water? What happens if we drink water? We dilute the acids and destroy the bacteria in our bodies, in our intestines, in our stomach. Gets absorbed into and goes to the kidneys. Of course, it goes a lot into the bloodstream. It goes everywhere into the body, into the neurological fluid, in the lymphatic fluid. It goes everywhere. And the kidney is really fighting hard to dump all of this excess fluid. So the urine gets lighter and lighter and lighter, trying not to dump the blood, trying to get it out of different areas of the body. But what is that water doing as it washes through every part of your body? It's drying it out. H2O cannot be absorbed into the cells unless it's ionically bond with other nutrients.
No, I'm pretty sure that there's. No, I don't think so. No, because when it comes to water and osmotic pressure, if you expose any sort of red blood cell, red blood cells are the ones easiest to see this in. But if you expose like red blood cells to water, like you can put it in a hypotonic or a hypertonic solution. And when you do, the red blood cell reacts accordingly. Like it will either explode if there's too much water and the concentration and the gradient is on the too high end for being too much water, and same thing with too little water relative to salt, basically. So I'm not too sure about that one.
H2O gets absorbed into a cell without nutrients. Guess what? It dehydrates it. It dries it out. You keep putting water water on your arm, and what happens? It dries it out. It doesn't lubricate it.
But your arm's different. Your arm's not the same. I mean, I'm gonna say that I don't think that you should be putting water on the outside of your body as a general rule, or on your skin, because I think that damages the lipid matrix and stuff. But that's a completely different system than the inside of your body in terms of like. So on the outside, well, I mean, I guess I explained this in my why I don't shower video. I guess I never thought I'd be talking about this on in his video, but here we are, I guess. So why do I not shower, and why is this sort of a big deal? So the reason is because when you're showering, you're exposing your skin, which is like the outside layer, to water, and that's kind of a big deal. It's not, the water isn't too bad, like it'll damage the skin barrier function, but adding it with soap is just like detergents is a 10 times worse factor. Like that's the last thing that you want to be doing. So yeah, don't do that. And the reason why is because there's a lipid layer, there's corneocytes. You can make the corneocytes burst with water. Now, you can also damage the lipid layer with water as well. You can also damage it with detergents as well. That's another thing. If there's basically this lipid layer being damaged over and over and over again, that's not ideal, and that's not what you want. So that's why I recommend you do not shower when it comes to like why it damages your skin and why it quote unquote dries out your skin. But I wouldn't necessarily say the way that he's saying it. Like this is I'm a little iffy on this. I'm definitely a little iffy on this. I can't fully agree with that.
You put good butter on it, guess what happens? You're lubricated for days. Water, you just keep getting drier and drier and drier until your skin starts peeling away. Think, when did water become an issue? 1961 and 62. The trust fund of the people who own Coca-Cola decided they want to get into the water bottling business. So they hired a bunch of doctors to say that we need to drink 8 glasses of water a day. Before that,
okay, but when we look at back in his, like, I don't really like using civilization times as like previous history parts, but when we do look at times like those, they were also like drinking alcohol all the time. That's not a good comparison in my opinion.
Went to school, people who weren't athletes took a sip or two a day. We're talking 2 ounces of water maximum that was ever consumed in a day.
Yeah, but they weren't carnivores. They were eating like multiple different kinds of meals. They were eating like carbohydrates, and they were eating fat. So once again, I wouldn't really necessarily say that's ideal. We'll just listen to what he has to say. I'm not too sure about this water doesn't hydrate you part. I'm a little iffy on this.
Unless you were an athlete, you may consume a couple of glasses or glass and a half. Not 8 glasses, 2 glasses maximum. But mainly you went after milk and orange juice. Those were our main fluids in the 40s and 50s. Then all of a sudden water comes in because they paid these doctors to tell. It is still alive today.
Yeah, but okay, first off, that's not healthy. Like orange juice, we already know those juices ain't healthy, all right? There's no humans back in the day doing anything with juices. Just saying.
Water is one of the worst things you can drink to dilute and cause problems in the body.
Yeah, okay. I'll say one thing. I'll agree with him on one point, and it's that, like, yeah, you don't want to be exposing your skin to water.
Things you can drink to dilute and cause problems in the body. Your urine should be thick, should be at least dark yellow. Mine comes out amber unless I'm drinking, a lot of vegetable juices, and then it'll come out, yellow, a deeper yellow. But I don't drink water. I haven't had water.
Why would you drink a vegetable juice? I don't know. I don't know what this guy's on. Vegetable juice? Dude, that is not healthy.
Water in 2 weeks. But once in a while I'll take a sip. During the fall and winter I'll take a couple of sips. In the winter, in the summer and spring, I might have a cup a week, half a cup a week. because we need some solvent, and that's what water is. Water is a solvent. If you look in an archaeological book, the first thing that they have under solvent is water. What happens? It rains, dissolves rock, plants eat. Water is a solvent.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't get it though. I'm still not seeing why this is bad.
These tribes, none of them drink water. Even your Cook tribes in the deserts of Australia, they don't drink water because they know they will die in that desert if they drink water. So they'll take roots and they'll grate them and wring the vegetable juice out of it. And half a cup of vegetable juice will take them 100 miles in the desert. Half a cup. Because they've never been introduced to the type of processed foods in the 60s. Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I do not see this as valid. Like, vegetable juice, hello? This is definitely... There's no way that this is healthy. I am not aware of any even remotely possible vegetables that you could cultivate large enough quantities. I am not even aware of any vegetable that you can cultivate in remotely large quantities before the agricultural revolution. Like zero. Nada. There ain't no healthy vegetable juice.
50,000 new chemicals that are put in food now in the last 60 years since processed foods became full-blown after the World War II. And it's my understanding that World War II was forced to bring in these processed foods. King and Queen of England wanted processed foods in full force in the world. Make big money that way. So...
okay, I'm not really too sure about that. I'm pretty sure World War II was a history lesson of, oh, hey, we're going to try to make Germany pay off all of the damage that it did in World War I, and then that didn't work. It did the opposite. It brought extremism in.
They created rationing because of the war. Our farmers weren't producing any less food. Why did we need to ration? Yeah, we were putting some in cans now and sending it over to our troops, but that didn't deprive us. We didn't have less food. They wanted you to think that processing and canning food was a good thing. It helps our troops, and everybody bought it. My mother absolutely adored it. Just go to open a can. She didn't have to prepare the vegetables. She didn't have to wash them. She didn't have to do anything. Just open a can, and there it was. But they didn't tell you that there was 60 varieties of chemicals used to make them. There was metal poisoning from the metal cans in your food. They didn't tell you all of that. They didn't tell you it was going to create tonsillitis in your children. They didn't tell you that it was going to create autism and learning disorders and all kinds of psychotropic problems. Schizophrenia, all of that from metal poisoning, from these radical minerals disrupting the processes of light and electricity throughout the brain.
Okay, I think all that stuff is actually related to vegetables. I don't think that's related to metal. I mean, it can be sometimes related to metals, but I'm going to definitely blame it more so on vegetables.
So the kidneys are there to remove excess fluid. You watch a dog pee. Does a dog sit there and pee for an hour? No, it trickles a little bit here.
All right, so that was the Aajonus Vonderplanitz. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video helpful or informative. Honestly, I'm not really too sure about this one. Like, I'm not too sure about this guy advocating for vegetable juice. I don't think that's healthy. So, yeah. Once again, thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful or informative, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below because it really does help the channel grow. And if you're interested in meeting other like-minded people, go click the Discord link down below, link in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.